Welcome to my 4K collection renewed, because I was looking at my collection videos and I'm like, hey, shit, yeah, I did do a 4K collection, but, you know, it's been a year and a bit. I've added more to my collection now, so let's just do the whole thing all over again. I would talk about the ones I've already talked about, but I'm like, hey, let's just do one whole big video, because I've got like 96 of them. Actually more. I've got over 100 now that I have this box set in my hand, so let's start with the box set. I can't say for the life of me as to which ones I had in the previous videos, so I apologise for that. So let's just ignore that one exists. And we'll start with the Harry Potter box set. It's a little paper damage on the side because, of course, my brother keeps it on his floor instead of on the shelf. But, of course, this is the whole collection, all 8 of the films, all in their uniquely designed cases. Pretty good, actually. They look really good. Ad Astra. I don't really know how to preface this video. I guess I'll say if the films are good or if they look good. It looks good. Fun film. A Few Good Men. This is one I got for my 21st birthday. The Alien 40th Anniversary Edition. 4K. Not Blu-ray, which is disappointing. And I hate that it has a new sticker on it, but you know. Some things you can't get rid of. But it looks so beautiful on 4K. Oh my god. As seen in my Steelbook video, Alita Battle Angel. This is the slipcase Steelbook, which comes with the 3D and Blu-ray and extra Blu-ray stuff. Pretty good, pretty fun. Next up we have Annihilation, which is extraordinary on 4K, and is such a beautiful film, highly recommended. Then we have Apocalypse Now, the final cut, which also looks surprisingly really good on 4K. I wonder why it's like that. Good stuff. Then we jump into my David Attenborough collection, where these are the new ones I got. There's 7 Wonders, 1 Planet, really good. Not as well shot as I had anticipated, but still looks incredible. Arguably, probably you could get the Blu-ray and you'd be fine, but I think it looks really good on 4K, as most nature documentaries do. And it has a good focus to it in terms of narrative, which I like. And of course I got Dynasties, which is actually a slipcase as well, which is really cool. I haven't yet watched this one, so let's hope it looks good. It probably will. It probably will, knowing these docos. And I say these docos, of course, because I have Blue Planet 2 on 4K, which is one of the first 4Ks I got, alongside Planet Earth 2, which I got in a 2-pack collection together. And if you want to get a first 4K to really blow someone's socks off, these, so gorgeous. Next up we have the slipcase of Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. I think I showed this off last time. Beautiful. Blade Runner, the final cut. I am yet to see this one, but Bridge on the River Kwai, I've heard it is remarkable. I don't like the front cover, but apparently the 4K is extraordinary. Then we have... no, wrong one. Halloween, of course, the slipcase with that beautiful look and feel to it. Slip cards and everything. Beautiful film. To continue my John Carpenter collection, we have Escape New York. It's kind of a big set, but it comes with the 4K and the Blu-ray, same as The Fog. And another one, where is that one? Alright, turns out we're actually not up to that one yet. However, we do have the 35th anniversary remaster of Christine. Here it is. They Live, another box set. Beautiful film. I will note, of course, I do have a 4K Masters video, which is like remasters on 4K that aren't 4K UHD, which is mostly Criterion, but I've got like The Thing as well in that collection. Yeah. I was going to get Prince of Darkness in that box set, but it was sold out when I went to get it, and then I ended up just getting the regular Blu-ray version, so I think I'm alright. Still a remastered version. And then I have the Halloween 2018 film? Yeah, 2018 version. I got it in 4K, I think it was on sale, but still, I like the film, so yeah. Next up we have part of the Jack Ryan series, Clear and Present Danger. I haven't watched this one, I bought it only recently, but I've watched the 2 that precede it, which I'll show later on. Then we have one of my favourite 4Ks, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Exceptional. I feel like I could probably say that all these films look great in 4K, so I don't really think I need to add that to it, but it's just how it is, yeah. Then, of course, we have The Dark Crystal. This is actually the digibook as well. Haven't seen it yet, but it's the anniversary edition. I got it mainly because it was the digibook, and I'm like, hey, that looks pretty cool, I'll get that. And I did, so I like that I have it. Then we have Deadpool 2, the Super Duper cut. It's actually got 4. It's got the regular theatrical cut and the Super Duper cut on 4K. So that's actually pretty cool. I like that. I like that it has that, all that extra stuff. Then we have The Shape of Water. Here's a double slotter. We have Detective Pikachu, which looks exceptional in 4K because it was actually shot on film, and of course that translates really well to 4K. And then we have another one that was also shot on film that translates well to 4K, Die Hard, which is exceptional on 4K. Like, to the point that during this previous Christmas, I was watching, I got home, my parents were watching Die Hard, I put the Die Hard 4K on, and they were halfway throughout the film, came in here just to watch it in better quality, because they're like, oh my god, it looks so much better in here. And it does. Then we have an actual double feature, Incredibles 1 and 2. I don't mind the second one, I think it's pretty good, but like, obviously the first one is a masterpiece, so hard to beat. But I figured, why not get the 4K, given how I already had the first one on 4K. Yes. Then we have Toy Story 4. I haven't actually watched the 4K yet because I watched it twice in theater. But I mean, I love 4K and I love 4K. Oh, shut up. Then we have Bram Stoker's Dracula, the Ford Coppola version. Pretty good. Looks very nice. Then we have First Man on 4K. I don't really think I needed the 4K, but I mean, Blu-ray plus extra bonus disc, and I really like the film, so, it looks really good on 4K. I can't complain, Next up, we have Gladiator. This actually feels quite weighty. Why is that? I'm very sure it's just 2 discs. Oh, okay. So, it is 2 discs, but we also have the DVD version, so we chucked that in there. So, that's why it's a bit meatier than usual. Next up, we have one I'm still to watch on its 4K release. But I'm happy I own it, because I saw it in the theater in Japan. Godzilla King of the Monsters. Very nice. Next up we have Grease, with its terrible, terrible cover. However, the film looks really good on 4K, so, I mean, can't complain. I can, but I can't, but I can, but I can't. Now for probably my favorite 4K cover, and of course, the Steelcase. We have The Bright and the Shining Gremlins. Sorry about the viewfinder. And then, of course, you've got Gizmo on the front. Look, it's the camera as well. And on the back, you have Stripe with his chainsaw. And, of course, got that excellent cover. It is exceptional. Apparently, it looks really good in 4K. Surprisingly, I haven't seen the 4K yet. But my dad watched it, and he said it looks the best that he's ever seen. Which is obviously exactly what you want to hear. So, yeah. What do we have here? Is this... No, it couldn't be. Ang Lee's Hulk on 4K? What? No, what? Then we have an absolute classic, The Hunt for Red October. It does look amazing on 4K. We had it previously on DVD, but I got this on special, so I'm like, might as well just get the 4K and watch that. Then we have another Steelcase. This is actually a new one, so I haven't even shown off in my Steelcase video. So exclusive. We have It Chapter 2. This is a beautiful Steelcase. It's got 3 discs, so I had to cut that off and put it separately. So open it up, it comes with the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the Blu-ray bonus disc. You can actually kind of see him there. It's just kind of his face. But it's, of course, never the front you care about, never the inside. It's always the back. Look at that. You got the kids on the back. You got the adults on the front. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like it. I think it's really clever. And I got it for like 30% off, so, can't complain. So, next up we have John Wick, because I love the club scene, and even though I had the Blu-ray before, I'm like, I just have to upgrade it because of that. I don't have John Wick 2 yet on 4K. I don't think I'll get it on 4K, to be honest. But I don't mind. Like, arguably I didn't need to get the first one on 4K, I just really wanted to, so... But it was on, like, a cheaper sale than the second one was. But then you got one that is gorgeous and deserves a 4K because it's actually R18 version on 4K rather than just the MA on Blu-ray. We have John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum, which is also in my Steelcase video, and of course has the doggo. And of course has... I think it's just 2 discs. Yeah, just the 2 discs. But still superb and beautiful and hella worth watching on 4K. Then we have Kingsman: The Golden Circle. My brother bought this one. We haven't watched it yet, so Next up we have the 4K remaster of King Kong from 2005 or whatever. This, of course, is the slipcase version. My dad also watched this one in a double feature with Gremlins. He said that this looks pretty good. It's just that some of the digital effects don't look that great, and they're kind of a bit too obviously fake, which is what I'd read up on, but because it was on sale on a slipcase and we didn't have the Blu-ray, I'm like, hey, I'll just buy this because it comes with the Blu-ray anyway. So if you want the 2K master, you watch the Blu-ray. So if you want a better looking version, go with the Blu-ray. But the 4K still looks really good. Well, really good, decent, however you want to word it, you know. Then we have a double feature for Kubrick, 2001, A Space Odyssey. I do like this cover. Again, I hate... Why? Put it on the back. I think this is actually... Yeah, so this is... Oh my god, my friend bought this the other day and he sent me a picture of the back cover and he's like, oh my god, this is terrible. So it reads, Stanley Kubrick's dazzling Academy Award-winning achievement is a compelling drama of man vs. machine, a stunning meld of music and motion. Kubrick, in bracket, who co-wrote the screenplay with Arthur C. Clarke, end bracket, first visits our prehistoric ape ancestry past, then leaps millennia, in bracket, via one of the most mind-blowing jump cuts ever, end bracket, into colonized space, and ultimately whisks astronaut Bauman, Keir Dulley, into uncharted space, perhaps even into immortality. In quotes, open the pod bay doors, Hal, end quote, let an awesome journey unlike any other begin. I never even read that because I didn't give a shit. I just bought the film because it's beautiful. What a dumb bloody thing to write in the back of a phenomenal film. It's like being such a film nerd that you're like, oh, it's a great film. It's I can't tell you anything. Oh, do you remember that quote? That jump cut. It's exceptional. There's so much more great things in that film. Those things like the way that it uses music and colors and anyway, on 4K it is amazing. Then we have The Shining. Again, got these. These are actually stickers, which someone noted in my video the other day. I'm totally cool with having them on. I could take them off, but I don't want to damage it just in case. This is the 4K of The Shining. It is exceptional. You open up and you've got yourself the maze on the inside, and you've got the 4K and the Blu-ray, and of course I always cut off the slips. So yeah, that's also in my Steelcase collection, of course. Next up we have Labrum from 4K. I've actually now watched this one, and it's pretty funky indeed. Pretty good on 4K as well. Ah yes, of course. I got this one on sale, but it still really looks amazing on 4K. So the Lego Movie, you know. Ah, he's screaming! Ah! It's good. It's fun stuff. Hopefully it'll focus again on me. Thank you. Cool. I have the second one as well, but like I don't have it on 4K. Next up we have Mad Max Fury Road, which does look great on 4K. I'd still hate that it has all the banners and shit on it. I don't care about the Oscars, who gives a fuck. But looks great. Little tiny cartoony looking fire, but outside of that, really good. Next up we have my first Marvel in 4K. We have Avengers Infinity War. It looks pretty good. Then to follow that up, of course, I got Endgame. I don't like the cover, but I wanted to get the Steelcase, but it was out of stock, of course. I guess I'm buying all these in 4K now, but then I didn't actually buy this. My brother got it for me for my 21st. Spider-Man Far From Home. I hate these covers. They're terrible. Fucking terrible. But it's a good film, so, you know. Another set, we have Mission Impossible, which, as you can see, they all look really good like that, except for the last one. So, of course, all of them have a kind of similar design. You got your logo, you got him in an action scene of some kind. So it's all really nicely done, and then you get to the lucky last one, Fallout, which I still like. I just kind of think it's a mess, the cover, but you know, just like, why would you re-release all of them, and then when you finally release the 4K of Fallout, it looks so out of place. It's so annoying. I hate when they do that. I'm yet to get Prestige, but I mean, I've got the Blu-ray, so I don't really think I'll get the 4K. However, I do have the 4K of all these Nolan films. So of course, you have Batman Begins, you have The Dark Knight, and The Dark Knight Rises, and then you have Inception. I should probably put these in order of release, but that's alright. You have Interstellar, which I think is phenomenal on 4K, and you have Dunkirk, which is also really good on 4K. They get better because of their use of IMAX, so, you know. Interstellar, admittedly, can be a bit jumpy at times, jumping from theatrical to IMAX, so. Next up, we have Passengers. I think my dad bought this one. Then we have The Patriot, another one I bought for my dad. And Patriot Games, which is currently the most disappointing of the Tom Ryan, what is it? Jack Ryan ones. So yeah, I mean it looks good on 4K, but like regular Blu-ray would be fine. Next up, we have a 4K exclusive triple threat with Predator, Predator 2, whoa, and Predators. They look pretty good, even though the Blu-ray would probably be fine. Next up, we have Rocketman. I really like this film. I don't know why we have it on 4K. I think Mum bought it for Dad for his birthday, and just, I don't know, she got the 4K instead of the Blu-ray, because she just, I don't know, why not? It was on sale, I think. Then we get up to my Scorsese collection. I'm yet to get Goodfellas on 4K. I probably won't. But I do have Casino. I got this for really cheap. Ignore the, that's the regular, it's the regular Australian Blu-ray, but it's got the New Zealand logo on it, because I got it for like way cheaper on their website. And then we have Shutter Island, which I just got recently. I'm keen to fully watch this. I could do an updated director's collection, but and then we have Shadow. I'm yet to watch this, but I love the slipcase. Keen to see it. I guess I kind of start to regret this more and more every time I realize I have it. But Sicario: Day of the Soldado. Soldado, yeah. I don't know, the cover's cool. It's, I don't really think I needed it, to be honest. It's not really worth it. It's alright, but honestly, the first one is terrific, so, yeah. Then, of course, a classic, beautiful dazzle of a film, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Now we're starting my Spielberg collection, where we have Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I would have loved to have gotten the big box set thing that they had for it, but that's alright. And then I've got the slipcase for E.T. We continue Spielberg with Saving Private Ryan, which I'm yet to actually watch on 4K, but it does. My dad watched it, and I watched parts of it, and it looked really good, so, you know. And then there is... However, then there is Superman, the movie. I was about to say Spider-Man again. No, Superman, the movie. I'm yet to fully watch this, but it looked pretty good from what I'd seen, so that's pretty good. Pretty good. My first 4K Tarantino, Once Upon a Time. I would have gotten the Steelcase, but I just preferred the look of this over the Steelcase. Because for once, they actually had the theatrical poster, which is rare, but also I don't really like the Steelcase. I'm keen to rewatch this, especially in 4K. I mean, I watched it in 35mm, so I was like, I don't really think I need the 4K, but obviously I'm going to buy the 4K. And a classic, of course, Terminator 2, Judgment Day. I actually rewatched this recently. I still think it looks really good, but again, if you want to complain about the lack of film grain and all this kind of stuff, and less of a natural look, that's also fine. I completely understand if you have a grievance with that. It makes sense, of course. Oh! Then we have this terrific film, Venom. Next up, we have my favourite film of all time, which of course is in the Villeneuve, or Villeneuve, I don't really know how to pronounce his name. Villeneuve? Who cares, it's Blade Runner 2049, and it's just exceptional. It's probably one of the only films I would get multiple different versions of. Like, I have the Blu-ray still, but if there was like a Steelcase version and stuff like that, I would totally drop my fucking pants for that stuff. I'd buy the Steelcase if I could. That's what I'm saying. Now we're in the Wachowskis. We've got The Matrix, of course. We have The Matrix Reloaded. And, of course, The Matrix Resolutions. Interesting. I mean, look, they're gorgeous, of course. This one is exceptional. They still pretty good. I don't really know why Morpheus is holding a gun and then two swords, but at the same time, it's totally fine, I guess. I have this one too, alright? Shut up. It's still fun. It's stupid, but it's so fun. Second last, we have Wonder Woman. I don't mind the film. I think the last act is pretty, but it's fine. My dad was the one who actually bought it, but I'm not trying to say that's an excuse. I'm just saying that he bought it because I was on sale. He's like, oh, I like that Wonder Woman film. You know, it's just how people go, you know? And lucky last, we have Logan. I'm still yet to actually watch the 4K of it. I saw it in theater and I haven't watched it since, but I'm just happy to have it, you know, and I would have liked to have gotten the black and white version as well, but I didn't have the money at the time, so, you know, stuff happens. And that's my 4K collection. So, hope you've enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe for more. Over here, you'll find Criterion and Steelcase and all that in the big playlist for Film Shelf. And there might be something else over here with a subscribe thing here. So, yeah. This might be my last collection for a while. I only just wanted to do it because I'm like, hey, you know, I want to do a renewal. Just be like, hey, look, these are the new ones I have. I officially have, like now 104. So I figured that would be fun to do. So, yeah. If you've enjoyed, of course, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. I don't know what I'm going to do for more collections. So that's a thing. But it doesn't really matter. We can do other videos now. Adios.